Totally unprepared. Hello. Yeah, if you look at my very earliest videos, going back, it'll be 6 years in February. Yeah, going back that amount of time, I wore this hat in all of my early videos because I thought I was cool. Thought I'd dig it out again. And it's one of the very few hats that's big enough to fit my bacon bonce. Anyway, yeah, I thought I don't really know. I imagine I will do another video. I'm feeling more in the mood, now. I imagine I probably will do, or at least there may be, no guarantees, that may be sort of a visit from a special someone between now and Christmas. Judging by how long is it now? 10 days. So maybe. Don't get your hopes up. But sorry, itchy foot. Yeah, a bit more sort of with it. Sort of in regarding motivation to make videos. So I thought, why not at least get one in between now and Christmas? Because it's been about a month. I think it's exactly a month. Sorry. The thing about having a beard is when you drink, you don't really realise how much water it soaks up. So you think you've missed, and you go like that, and no, it's like a sponge. Yeah, bit more motivated to make videos. Maybe whether or not that's to do with a few other people who've jumped into the sort of dip their feet back in the water again. I don't know. Maybe it's sort of like some sort of collective motivation to finally get off our arses and stick two fingers up. But I don't. Yeah. Either way, it's all manner of reasons that I've felt like making a video. What to say? Yeah. This essentially a pickups video. I'll probably tag in a load of other things. I will do actually, rather than just keeping it just for what I bought. But I thought, I'm not going to break it up between, what am I talking about? Either way, it's going to be a mixed bag. Yeah, like a few other people have said, I too was subject to certain shenanigans by certain individual that go unnamed. It's a shame people have to conduct themselves that way, but I don't think there's really much considered action going on there. It's just something somebody needs to get out, and unfortunately, there are people in the way. I don't know what's going on in the kids' heads, but the last time I heard from them, so I'll say them, they were trying to put privacy complaints on my out and about videos, all of them, essentially picking an individual in the background and claiming that they are them. So far, I've not heard anything back. But that's these pickups. Some of these were in charity shops, and that's sort of I've been a bit wary until I see what the results of that are. But it looks like looks like YouTube has seen it for the frivolous load of BS that it is. But it's a shame somebody has to do that sort of thing. But he's got to be, like other people have said, he can't be happy. He can't be right. He can't be happy in himself. He's got to have that much consistent that consistent need to make other people unhappy. You can't. There's no way that is somebody who's enjoying their life. Maybe he's just lonely, I think that's what it is. Maybe you're just lonely. Because that'll do funny things to people. And, essentially what has been going on is pretty odd. But that's enough of that. I was going to put up a few videos in the last month, but, generally motivation dipped. Christmas is generally quite stressful for me. I do sort of enjoy it, but I don't. It's weird. It's a weird one. I do. I can enjoy it, but I think one year I'd just like to not do Christmas. I'd like to go on holiday. But you look like a miserable bastard. No, I'm just gonna. Don't you? If you did that. But at the moment, I'd have to go on holiday on my own. So, that'd be even worse. Rather than sitting on holiday on your own when everyone else is back home having Christmas, that'd be bloody horrible. But yeah, so I was going to do a few other videos. I mean, I've been to a gig. I went to a gig with my mate over in Portsmouth, and we went to see Everything, and I was going to talk about that. But it was good. They're really wordy, a bit pretentious, but it was really good fun. I was expecting it to be full of teeny boppers, but it wasn't. That was a good gig. Portsmouth though closes down really early. I thought, what night was it? It was a Monday night, I think. And we went to the pub beforehand. We're going to go back to the same pub because it was only kicking out at about 10:30, and that pub that we'd been in only a couple of hours earlier was all dark and shut up. There was no signs of any life at all. What's all that about? But anyway, before I get on to the actual pickups, I just want to mention one thing, a slight announcement. It will take a bit of getting used to. I've finally gotten over myself, and having ditched Facebook last year sometime, I thought I'd dabble in Twitter, seeing as YouTube have decided to dispense with that all activity thing, which is, their communication tools are shocking. Their messaging just works 50%, 40% of the time. So it looks like they're just moving away from the whole social media thing. And as far as social media goes, YouTube was about as the only thing I did. And now it's not really that anymore. I'm feeling a bit isolated. And you hear people going, having all these, having good times in one place and the other. And I thought, my pride dictates that I'm not going to dip my feet back into the Facebook pool again. So I'll try Twitter. People have been talking about Twitter, so I've opened up a Twitter account. I do feel like I've slightly let myself down. But hopefully I'll get over that. I'll get over myself. Eventually I'll be able to do it properly. I don't really know how it works. I'm struggling to write 140 characters, figures, whatever they are. But I'll like I said, I'll get used to it. So yeah, my Twitter tag, if that's what it is. It's Le Boss. That's another thing actually. When I first set up my YouTube account, there was nothing riding on it, so I could make up any name I liked. There was no one to see it, and I could be as much of an idiot as I liked. But then I started making videos, and then I was stuck with this name. And if I changed it, then it would be confusing. But now I've started this Twitter, I have an opportunity to change it, and I can change it with half an eye on what people expect or how I want to put myself across. And that's one of the reasons why I don't generally use my YouTube name in my videos. But now I've opened up this Twitter account. I've taken away the U in my YouTube username, applied and you used it in Twitter. So I'm now LeBoss77YT. Le Boss. Ooh. Like I am the boss. I'm like a French boss. Like that's just fucking pretentious, isn't it? What a twat. I already feel like a twat. But yeah, hopefully I'll get over myself. Again, it's just a learning process. It's a learning process. That's what it is. So far, I've got 3 followers, and more so than YouTube. You think, who am I talking to? 3 people. Isn't Twitter more for like? I don't know. No, but it's good though. So far it's been good. But bollocks. There goes my notes. Yeah, like I said, it's a big mix of stuff. This will be quick. As a Christmas present from me to you, this will be a quick one. I thought it was no. That's just my neighbour. I'm just getting distracted. First few things aren't game related. No, they're not. I just wanted to, I've been separating out all sorts of media, into individual videos, and I can't be asked to do that. Maybe next year I will, but next time I will. But this time I just want to do it. Get back on the wagon, or fall off the wagon, or whatever. Either way. 2 CDs. I got 2 CDs. They have 50p each. I went into my local charity shop and I felt like buying some CDs, some music, and it was a choice between, I think it's Smoker's Delight by Nightmares on Wax. I've got one of their albums, really good. These 2 that I've bought, and the 4th option was Best of Chaz and Dave. I should have gone with Chaz and Dave, but it's not there anymore. But anyway, yeah, the two I got were "Hello Nasty" by Beastie Boys. The song in it, it's what is it? It's Intergalactic. Was when I went on holiday when I was, how old was I? 21. After my friends all finished university, and just before I went to university, we did a tour of Europe. We interrailed. And Intergalactic was one of the big songs of that holiday, so there's a lot of nostalgia in this album. And it's the Beastie Boys, so yeah. And the other one is Death in Vegas. I only had one Death in Vegas album before this, and it's the one you probably know. It's the one with Aisha, I'm vibrating. That one, but yeah, Death in Vegas. There's a couple of songs in there I didn't know I knew, but I do. I can't tell you what they are because I can't remember their names. So 2 CDs and a couple of DVDs. Or actually, no. Tell a lie. One of them's not a DVD. This one is, though. It's called Alamar. If people like just really relaxing, laid back, this is just such escapism, this is. Essentially, you've got this character here, this dude here. He is, what is he? He's not Mayan. Oh, he's Mayan, yeah. He's a Mayan Mexican. Yeah, he's Mayan Mexican. And this is his son by an Italian woman. It doesn't tell you how, the film doesn't tell you how that came about, but it's, I don't know if it's actually fictional or it's shot documentary style, but I'm sure it's an actual documentary, but I don't know, I'm confusing myself. But essentially, the storyline goes whether or not it's a documentary or not. It appears to be a documentary. That's what I'm saying. This is the dad, and his son comes to live with him just for the summer, and his dad takes him out fishing. Essentially, his dad lives on this hut in the water, in the sea, raised above the water levels, and they sleep there. And he takes him out fishing, and he meets crocodiles and sharks and stuff, and pelicans, and it's just one of the most amazing pieces of escapism. It's so relaxing, and I imagine this is sort of stunning in Blu-ray, but this is DVD. That's good enough. It's just highly, highly recommend that. It's called Alamar. Give it a go. And this one. A bit of a no-brainer for me. I can upgrade my copy. It's just the Raid on Blu-ray with the lenticular front. Ooh, totally not representative cover art. Because there's no helicopters in this, and it's the Raid. Brilliant. Watch it. Right, that's it. Everything else is games. First one was a trade with the one Nick Berry, the real Nick Berry. of YouTube fame, YouTube gaming fame. Check out his channel in the description box below. He's a top lad. Does loads of pickups videos. Gets some really good stuff. Stuff I'm often jealous of. But yeah, in my last pickups video, I had something that he wanted, and he sent me a photo of stuff he had for trade, and I thought, yeah, I'll have that. And he said to me, he got back to me, he said, yeah, two things. One, it's sealed. Oh, bonus. Next, it's in French. And I thought, I've not seen it around. It's not that important to me. It's just for playing. And you'll see the sorts of games that are, they're not the sorts of games you need manuals anyway. So I thought, why not? It plays in English. It's Tecmo Classic Arcades. And I don't think I've seen this around. It's not one you see a lot. I don't think this is that expensive a game, but it's got some good stuff on there. It's got the Rygar and Bomb Jack and all of that, and sort of Tecmo Bowl. And I think a couple of slightly older titles, like some older late 80s, early 90s sort of era, like Strato Fighter. Yeah, so that was with my trade with Nick, and so I'm really chuffed for that. So cheers, Nick. I'm sorry it took so long for me to mention it. Slightly embarrassingly, I only sent him a game. I sent him the game. It's probably a heads up for anyone who ever wants to do a trade with me in the future, unintentionally. No, yeah. I just don't know what to send people as extras. That's all it is. But he sent me a shitload of extras. I was like, Jesus, big old box. And he's really out. He's really done me well. What? No, but I've done well by him. He sent me a lot of stuff. The only stuff I've got to hand at the moment is two copies of Retro Gamer. I forgot what? 2 old copies of Retro Gamer. Issue 140. And issue 136, and I've already had a look through these, and it's just made me it's made me tempted to go out and buy a load more. I don't generally buy magazines, but I've had a lot of. It's almost like it's like a nostalgia trip, getting those. So, but also as old spare manuals, extras, sort of from special editions of games, just all manner of good stuff. So. And I'm slightly embarrassed that I only sent him a game. So I apologise for that. So next time, I'll have to have a look around to see what I've got. And it'll be coming your way. So cheers, mates. Everybody else, check out Nick's channel in the description box. He's a very, very good lad. Before I get on to the rest of the games, there's not that many. There's only 7. In addition to a purchase from my last video, actually it wasn't last video. It's, I finally got a cable for my steering wheel, my Xbox 360 steering wheel. There was only one official one available on eBay, and the guy wanted £8 for it. But I eventually, after third time lucky, found out it was you need an RJ11 straight wired cable, and I think it has to be at least 4 pin, which is 6C 4P, or at least, as in 6 connection 4 pin. I think that's what it is. It might be the other way around. It might be. Oh no, I think that's essentially what it is. Or an RJ12, which is 6C 6P. Either way, this is an RJ12 straight wired, and it worked. I got it from. I watched a video by some bloke on YouTube, and he said, I've got an eBay page," and I messaged him to ask him his advice, and he said, "Yeah, that should probably be okay." And I bought it. It was only like £2 or £3 or something, and it works. So this connects the pedals to the unit. Get a lot of lag. I've got Blur on my 360. It's a great game. But when I'm using the steering wheel, I get a lot of controller lag. I'm not very good at it. Anyway, and it took me about a couple of races to realise that every time I turn the steering wheel, there's a good second or so before the actual, it reacted. So I think that might be my television. I'm going to have to tweak some settings, but I've not really looked at it so far. But I've just been playing the game with the controller. But yeah, and also it does tend to, because it's wireless, and for it to be wireless, for it to get the force feedback, it needs to be wireless. You can't play it with batteries. You have to plug it into the wall. Yeah, that's what I meant. But it loses. It does drop the connection if I move about too much. So I have to be careful with that. Just basically, I think it needs a bit of tweaking. All right, final non-gaming thing. I bought myself a little camera. I had to sell some stuff on eBay for Christmas, and me being a general sort of technological refusenik, I've steadfastly refused pretty much up until now to really indulge in modern society when it comes to technology, social media, apart from YouTube, of course. And I needed to take some photos to sell some stuff on eBay. My camera is shit. I can't connect it to my Mac. So I needed something to take some photos because I haven't got an up-to-date phone. So I had, I think if I mentioned in my last video, I saved up a load of credit. Saved up a load of credit of CEX, and I thought, rather than spending money, I'm just going to look up what's a decent camera, what's a decent, small camera. And I saw one that they had a decent looking Sony one in one of my local CEXs. Went down there. It came in a box. Reviews are okay. It feels a bit light, but then it is pretty little. And me not having a proper phone, or what other people call a proper phone, this is pretty essential, and it takes good photos. There you go. It's this thing. What's it called? It's called. Actually, it's called. I've got the manual saved on my desktop. It's a Sony DSC W830. Cost me £50 in credit. I think I can't say how much I spent in cash for all the stuff I traded in, but it would have been peanuts. So essentially, probably got it for about 10-15 quid. I think there's another colour. I think you can get silver one, which is 35 quid credit. Or 35 quid in CX. But they didn't have. This is the common one. But yeah, and the photos are pretty good. It takes good video as well. Actually, I've got a micro or USB. I've got a card. Oh Jesus! Either way, I've got a memory card. Yeah, and it actually takes better video than this thing up here. Than that. I think it does. I've only dabbled a couple of times, but in the future I might use this instead of that. But it's a nice little bonus. Right, finally, oh fuck! Finally, games. 4 from Cash Converters. Yeah, 2 from That's Entertainment, which is now Music Magpie. It's changed. And 1 from a charity shop, which will come at the end. All from Cash Converters. Bit of an upgrade from my version. I always wanted this, and it's Halo 2, the collector's edition with a slipcase. These are often knackered when you see them, but it's just something I always wanted, and I can trade in my old copy and get 20p for it or whatever they give you now in computer exchange. But this is in really nice nick, and it was only £1. So I thought, yes, I have that. This one is a weird one. You thought, didn't you already have that? I went, yeah. I used to have it. I traded it in because I wanted something else. and I wanted to get the Enemy Within. Is it like Game of the Year edition or sort of standalone DLC, whatever it is? Because there was extra content on that. But then I read in that version they have this thing called, is it Meld? Meld? There's this element which is in the sort of the other version, Enemy Within, which is time sensitive, and time sensitive elements in games generally make me a bit like tense. So I thought I'd get this one. So I'll have both. So I can play this one. I can take my time. I'll play the other one with the extra gameplay element, which means you have to be a bit quicker and about. So I've got a choice. So, and it was only $1.99. So lovely. And this one is one I've been wanting for a long, long time. I used to have the PC version, but that's worth a lot of money. Or it was. Maybe still is. I don't know. And when I had it, my PC was never going to run it because my PC was shit and it was old and knackered and it was on its way out. I've still got it actually, but I might try and resurrect it one day. Might try and fix it myself, which probably will never happen. But I had Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2 on RTS. As I've said many a time before, RTS is the sort of games I wish I was better at, but they feel like spinning plates to me. But I thought, I'm going to get this one. Surely it's going to be a bit simplified, a bit more simplified, which will suit a bit of a no-hoper like myself. But there you go. And that came with in the same batch as XCOM, and it was a $1.99, so which is actually a good price for it. And finally, I don't even know if they're on the same cash converters, but this is another one I particularly wanted. It's GoldenEye. Actually, this was in the same batch as Halo 2, GoldenEye, recommended by Pete. Pete's Nestastic, and it says it's really good. So if it's shit, I'm holding you responsible, Pete. There you go. I've never really got on with the original. I remember playing it in a pub, sort of like a deathmatch, sort of multiplayer deathmatch in a pub, and I couldn't aim for toffee. And whoever had odd job, had a massive advantage. Right, 2 games from That's Entertainment. Latterly, That's Entertainment. Tato Legends 2. A bit knackered. But yeah, I've got Total Legends, but this is actually, it was $1.99 and it was a good price because this goes for a bit more than that. But it's I think as far as I'm concerned, my preference is for Total Legends 2 because that's one of the best compilation releases around. But this is more sort of nostalgia as far as me in arcades because it's got things I remember playing, like Operation Wolf, Although this is never going to be a very good version because I don't think it supports the light gun. But there's other things on it, and there's things like Rainbow Islands and Rastan. I remember playing Rastan in the arcades. What else? Things New Zealand Story, Operation Thunderbolt, obviously, along with Operation Wolf, and certain games I've never played but wanted to play, like Ninja Kids. So there's that. And this one, also $1.99 from Computer Stage. That's Entertainment. This is a bit of a bargain. Took a punt on it because it came up, and it's in as good as nick as I hoped it would be. And it's basically the Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Special Edition with this rock hard. Look, that's what slipcases should be like. They should be made of this rock hard cardboard, not this paper thin stuff that just wilts when you look at it. But yeah, the actual game is not worth that much at all. But if it comes with this book and this cardboard sleeve, it goes for a lot of money. So basically, you're just paying for this rock hard cardboard sleeve and the book. I don't know, but I've not played the game. It's supposed to be good. But yeah, sorry, itchy nose, Jesus. But yeah, right. I thought I was hoping I was going to get below 30 minutes, but that's not going to happen. But anyway, either way. It is generally relatively short for me, so I'll have to accept it. This came yesterday. Sorry, itchy nose again. This came yesterday in a charity shop. I was just out and about, having a dabble, as you do. And one of the weirdest purchases I've had in a while, not quite as odd and strange as that copy of Tekken 4, that special edition Tekken 4 sealed that was the prize giveaway from that Tekken 4, was it Iron Fist tournament from 2004? I think, I can't remember. 2005. Anyway, I found a sealed copy of this giveaway version of Tekken 4. And this isn't quite that odd, but it's in geographically came from pretty much the same place. Came from Finchley. Not that I want everyone to go down to Finchley hoping they're going to find lots of weird stuff, but it's my patch. But yeah, look at this. It's a Japanese PS2 game, Monster World Complete Collection for £1.50. Sega Ages. I think I've read there are 12 versions of Monster World, Wonder Boy games essentially. I think there's 6 games and there's sort of certain different versions of certain games, and it's 12 games in all. It's crazy. £1.50. I had a sneaky look. I won't deny. I had a sneaky look on eBay to see how much it was worth, and the last one that sold, some have sold for around about 45 quid. Some mad bastard paid 85 quid for one of these. Crazy. And they've all sold in Japan though. There's one for sale in the UK for about 45 quid, which ain't selling. So maybe that would teach me something. Don't get greedy, in other words. So yeah, I can't use it because I don't have Japanese PS2. So if anybody's interested, maybe trade or something, I don't know, let me know. I just thought I couldn't leave because it was like that on the shelf. There's a load of stuff on it. I thought, wow, Japanese PS2. There's this really annoying bloke in between me and the game, and he moved across and stood right in front of me, as if I wasn't there. I gave him a piece of my mind, and I didn't. I grumbled. Yeah, but eventually I took it out like that. I thought, Jesus. So it was only £1.50. There you go. I think that was maybe one of the main reasons I wanted to make this video now. I might not have done it if I hadn't seen that. I just thought it was unusual enough to be worth the video. Not necessarily a 32 and 33 minute video, but either way. Right. Hopefully there'll be another video between now and Christmas. Maybe I'll get a visit from a certain person. I don't know. I've not heard from him yet. He's pretty busy this time, yeah. So, either way, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Oh yeah, check out my Twitter. Don't get your hopes up though. I'm still learning, and I'll probably just go. I'll probably give in to the pressure and ditch it. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.